What is the UFC's beef with Caio Borralho? What does this guy have to do to get a ranked opponent? He's beaten 4 opponents in the UFC. He's beaten 6 if you count the Contender Series. And yet this man's still getting unranked fighters. He's getting Nursultan Ruzabiov, who just beat Bruno Ferreira. Why is he not getting a ranked fighter? He's beaten Michel Olechayshik. Oh my god, he fights all the guys with the hard names to pronounce. He beat Magomed Muradov, beat Arman Prezarian, he beat Gadzi Omar Gadziev. Even Aaron Jeffries is a really good win on the Contender Series to have. Ranked Bellator fighter. And then he beat Jesse Murray. But what does he have to do to get a ranked fighter? Like, when you have Ikram Aliskirov, who he was originally booked against Paulo Costa, but that fight has been cancelled because Paulo's not taking it, or he never did take the fight in the first place. So I don't know what's happening with Ikram there, but Ikram they try and book him against a top 5 fighter after only beating Phil Hawes, who's been KO'd a few times. Yet Caio Borralho has to go beat fucking half of Eastern Europe, and now he's going to beat half of Central Asia to get a fucking ranking. Like, what is the reason for this? What has the UFC got against him? He got a finish in his last fight. His last fight against Michel was a really good performance, in my opinion, and against a really good guy, former ranked light heavyweight. And yet he's still not getting any respect by the UFC. You see Abbas Magomedov, who Sean Strickland beat, he only beat Dustin Stolfus, and he got Sean Strickland. Stolfus, respectfully, is not a very high-level middleweight. He's at the bottom tier of the division, and yet Abbas got rushed right to Strickland. And then you got Caio, who beats way better guys than Stolfus. Like, Magomed Muradov is a good win. Arman Petrosian is a really good win. He beat Christian Leroy Duncan, who's a pretty good prospect in my opinion. I know he didn't fight the smartest against Arman, but still, he's got a higher ceiling in my opinion. If he fought a bit smarter, then maybe he would have beat Arman, but you know, that's if, buts, and maybes. Arman beat him either way, and that's a good win to have. And now he's against Nursultan. Why? Why is Nursultan getting this fight against Caio? Caio should be fighting like a Derek Brunson or somebody high up in the division like that. It doesn't make any sense in my opinion. It's like he must have pissed someone off in the matchmaking room, because he's not getting any respect here. Like, Ikram and Abbas getting ranked fighters doesn't make much sense in my opinion. And look, it backfired for Abbas. Ikram's not getting the Costa fight now. I remember seeing that Roman Dolidze was in talks, but apparently Roman Dolidze's not taking the fight now. So I'm not sure who Ikram will end up fighting. If maybe he'll fight some, like, you know, some debutant, maybe debutant, or maybe he'll verse some unranked guy, or yeah, something like that. Who knows? But still, the fact that they booked him against Costa and Caio Borralho has had to beat all these guys, go through all these tough fights that nobody else wants, and he's getting a guy who's 1-0 in the UFC. That doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. He should be getting like a high-ranked guy, like a Derek Brunson, like I said before. Even, you know, a winner of Paul Craig Andre Muniz matchup, but his fight is booked for November too. That's another big thing. He's not going to be fighting for about 4 months. Yeah, about 4 months. Like, what's the point in that? Like, he's holding his career back pretty much, just for this guy, unranked guy, that he'll probably end up beating. Maybe not. It could be a tough matchup, but if he wins, then what? Then does he get a ranked guy, or what? Then what? Is he going to fight Ikram Aliskirov, or is he going to fight Abbas? Like, it just seems, I don't know. It seems like the UFC have something against this guy, and I feel really bad for him. Like, he's working his ass off. He's being active. He's beating all these guys. He's having he's having good performances. I know some of his fights haven't been the most entertaining, but he's still dominantly winning. And with a division like middleweight, they need more grapplers. Like, he could be a ranked contender. He could get to the top 5, but he's gonna have to go about 12-0 before he gets a ranked fighter. From what it's seeming like. I just don't understand it. The middleweight matchmaking has been so bizarre lately. Like, it just doesn't seem like any matchup. None of these matchups make sense. And now I think it's just, I don't know who's managing the middleweight division, but they really just it's like they pick a name out of a hat and they say, all right, we'll do that fight, because I don't know, it's just weird. Like, none of these matchups make any sense, but they keep happening and they just keep doing it. So yeah, not really sure what the end game here is. Like, Caio Borralho is going to be fucking the Tony Ferguson of middleweight, though, or the Leon Edwards before he gets a title shot. He's going to be on like a 9-fight winning streak. He's going to have so much experience that he's going to be like levels above what he is now. And he's just going to run through the division probably, because his skill set's going to grow so much in that time. I think he's 29 years old. 30. He's 30, okay. He turned 30 in January. So yeah, he's still a young guy, especially for middleweight. Like, when you got Jared Cannonier, who's 40, I believe, and he's like, top 5, top 3 maybe. It's just like, Caio's got plenty of time, but it's like, he's done enough to earn himself a ranked fighter, but I don't know, the UFC just hate him, and it's very obvious. I don't know what he's done, but like, he's 6-0 under Zuffa. Like, that's a fucking extraordinary. Like, he's at a Contender Series guy as well. They push them. They'll try and get the Dana White Contender Series guys like all the opportunities, but instead Caio's just like, I don't know. It seems like the Eastern Europeans, Central Asians, they all got beef with him. They all want a piece of him because he's fucking fighting them all. I guess if he wants to take them all out, that's fucking his game. But he definitely deserves a ranked fighter. I don't know. I'm going around in circles here, but just the matchmaking makes no sense here. If I was matchmaking, I would have done Caio Borralho versus Derek Brunson. Or I was gonna say, there was talks that they were gonna do that Shara Bullet guy versus Derek Brunson, but they ended up not being true. But he will probably end up getting a ranked fighter before Caio Borralho as well. And I don't know, there's clear Dagestani privilege when it comes to some of these matchmakings. Like, it's in the middleweight division. I guess they assume that they'll be competitive at the top. Maybe Ikram Aliskerov can be, but still, he wasn't looking too good against Phil Hawes personally. Well, like, watching that, like, he got the KO, but like, Phil Hawes isn't the most durable guy. But still, I digress. Like, he still could do very well in that division. Phil Hawes is a really good anti-wrestler, so that was a tough matchup on paper for Ikram, and he did win that, so I guess that's a good sign. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems really, really odd for Caio Borralho here that he's got this fight. I guess he's accepted it, so he didn't want. It's like, I guess he wanted to fight in Brazil, and I guess maybe that was the only matchup he could get. So I can't imagine Derek Brunson wants to go to Brazil at this point in his career. But I don't know. This seems like really, really, really like somebody's out to get Caio Borralho. I think he'll win this matchup too. And then I'm really interested to see if they give him another ranked guy, because if they do give him another unranked guy, then yeah, then he's definitely got to get like a better manager or something, because like they're just fucking him around. Like 4-0 against high level, like decent level competition for the middleweight division, and he's not moving up. Like, this guy he's fighting he couldn't be that ranked that highly. I guess he did beat Bruno Ferreira, who beat Robocop, Gregory Rodriguez, and maybe he's like decently high up. But don't know. This just seems really weird, but yeah, I hope Caio Borralho, if he gets the win here, I hope he gets a ranked guy, because like if he like doesn't get a ranked guy, I'll be annoyed for him here. But yeah, I just felt like ranting about this, to be honest, because I just seen it and I was like, this makes no sense at all why they would give him that fight. But I don't know, maybe they're just trying to where's the guy he's fighting? Where's he from? He's not Tajik. He's not from Tajikistan. He's Uzbekistani. Yeah, he's Uzbek. Okay, maybe they're just trying to build the Uzbek market, because it's a decent sized country in Central Asia. I think they got a decent sized population there. I think Uzbekistan. Yeah, 36 million. Wow, that's a lot more people than I was expecting. Holy shit. Yeah, 36 million people. Yeah, that's a decent sized population. I can see why they would want to get into that market. But, I feel like they should have picked another guy if they wanted this guy to keep winning, because I think Caio Borralho beats him. But, yeah, just to end on this point, Caio Borralho, if you're listening to this, which I highly doubt you are, I will be your manager if it helps you get a ranked fighter. Like, I will find a way for you to get a ranked fighter. I'll shit talk everybody on your Twitter account. I will force them into a fight with you. Like, you need a ranked fighter. You're on that level, in my opinion. But yeah, I'll end it on that. Caio Borralho, I feel bad for you, but I don't feel bad for you at the same time, because I guess you're getting all these wins and you're getting all this experience, and you're still making money and everything. It's not like you're fighting for free, but it's got to be a point where you get a title shot. Not a title shot, no. You don't deserve a title shot yet. There's got to be a point where you got to get a ranked shot at least. Like there's no guarantee he'll even get a ranked guy beating this guy. Because it's not like he's beating like a GM3 or somebody just like on the outskirts. But what do I know? Middleweight is like one of the weirdest divisions to rank. It's like Bruno Silva fucking gets KO'd and subs by GM3, and then gets Brad Tavares' next fight. It's like, doesn't make any sense at all. But I mean, he won, so yeah, it's just the weird booking at middleweight. It's really odd, but I guess it works out, because I mean, Bruno Silva won his random matchup against Brad Tavares, then lost to Brendan Allen, but still he beat Brad Tavares, so that was like a really good win for him. Yeah, middleweight's just a weird division. I'll make a video on like the weirdness of middleweight one day, because like middleweight, it's like it's outside of the space-time continuum. There's like some weird like laws of physics or law, there's some weird laws that go on in that division. It's like it doesn't follow logic by any means. Just a weird division full of like very crazy personalities. But anyway, I've ranted on long enough. Thanks for listening. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace.